are red and violets are blue, but sex plain is purple. Today we are talking about the purple flag. Today we are talking about gender-based violence, and we are asking, is the purple movement neglecting men, and are women using the purple movement as a weapon against men? Join me, Raven Dove, here in another new episode of Sex Plained while we discuss these big issues to you, our real people. In studio today, I'm joined by Anne and Angel, who will be joining me in discussing these issues that most of you tend to ignore but are so sensitive to our society. Before I introduce you to our guest, I'm glad to inform you that we, the LJ Production, are offering an ongoing masterclass where we offer you to a chance to learn videography, photography, video editing, and social media management. We also offer podcast, documentaries, and live event video coverages. You can reach us through our number, which is 011 55 52 45 5. I'll repeat again, 011 55 52 45 5. Join us as we discuss the purple flag. Welcome, Anne and Angel. So today we are discussing about the purple movement, and today we are discussing about gender-based violence. Yeah, and I'll begin by asking you this question. I'll start with you, Angel. Uh, do you know about the purple movement that has been going online?
Yeah,
And are you supporting the purple movement?
yeah, 100%.
Why are you supporting the purple movement?
As for me, I can say like it all began in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
This certain kid was in school waiting for the mom to pick her up. Then the head teacher, the principal, like the head of the school,
Mm-hmm.
raped the kid, and when she was taken to the hospital, she died. So several cases have been happening, like even in West Africa.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain lady called Ochanya.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Kenya, there was the one that happened. I guess it was days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like as for me, I support it fully since the way things have been going on. It's something that it's consequently happening.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And to you, Anne, when you hear about GBV, when someone mentions GBV, what comes to your mind?
I'd say when I hear GBV,
Mhm.
I'd say I hear awareness,
Mhm.
um, fight for sexual assault.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think it's an organization. It's like an organization of ladies or men fighting for their rights,
Mhm.
because these are things that happen.
Mhm.
And it shouldn't be assumed that because we ain't talking about it amid the silence,
Mhm.
now that means that it isn't happening.
Mhm.
It is a movement and it is happening. So
Mhm.
it is we're fighting for us, we're fighting for ourselves, we're fighting for our kids, we're fighting for our families. So in one or the other, if it's not happening to you, then it's happening to somebody you know.
Mhm.
So I think I am in full support of GBV.
Yeah, and I believe that GBV was something which existed before,
Yeah.
but I am trying kind to understand why it is now popular after the purple movement. You know, GBV was there, gender-based violence was always there, but this time round it has become more popular, and we've seen a lot of trends on the social media with the purple color, the purple DPs, and the purple controversies. So why is it that this time, with the coming up of the purple movement, it is when the GBV has become common? Maybe if we start with you, Angel.
Like this is something that is have been happening for
Okay.
a very long time, right?
Okay.
So when it was happening,
Mhm.
like you might find maybe a kid can be raped, or maybe just someone, maybe let's say a lady, there's something that have been done to them. They at some point the government, they wouldn't take it on their hands as it should be. Like you may get maybe someone has killed the other person,
Mhm.
and the, the issue is taken to the court,
Mhm.
and they are like, you're given 5 years imprisonment. Doesn't make sense. You getting me?
Yeah.
So this purple thing, I feel like it came up when the ladies, so that there's no proper way of the government to take care of it. So they decided to bring up an awareness. It's like maybe here in Kenya maandamano, you know.
Yeah.
So like it's an awareness, like the way the South Africans began it. So like the whole of the world decided to join them, since it's something that is happening in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, very true, very true. And when most people hear about GBV, kenye nakuja kwa mind yao ya kwanza ni a man beating up a woman, or a man raping a woman, or simply a woman getting abused. Why is it that it is not that when somebody akisikia GBV haiwezi come kwa mind yake that a man ndiye amekuwa neglected?
In a normal circumstance, without history at this month, in a normal circumstance, when we hear of GBV, it'd be like it's for both genders, right? But for now, like it's on our minds, like the normal thing. You men also know there's an awareness of ladies and nini and stuff. If men wanted to have an awareness, they would have done that.
Okay.
But women decided to step up. Wakasema, no, enough is enough.
Very right. And we're talking about GBV. Most people out there don't understand clearly what GBV entails. So, Anne, I would like us, from your perspective, to tell us what GBV entails, this gender-based violence. When someone hears about gender-based violence, what really is gender violence? What are the forms of gender violence, maybe, from your perspective?
Okay, me, I'd say gender-based violence is a cultural belief.
Okay.
And it's actually also historic. So, you know, when it's not all about sexual assault, it's not all about when you're raped, it's not all about that. You know, people take it as when I'm saying GBV, you're like, we are fighting violence. Yes, there is when a guy beats you, or, you know, there is that. But then there's also when you're raped. There's also when you're assaulted, even through physically or emotionally. So all these are actually about our emotions. GBV is mostly about our emotions and also physically. Because I feel like if I come to you, Ray, and I start accusing you falsely, I just start blabbing and telling you bad things, I would have been violating you. And when somebody violates your privacy, or you say bullied, all that are, that is why we are forming this awareness against GBV. It's not all about, now we are talking about, right now it's there because this kid was raped, because most people are raped, and statistically speaking, most women are raped, not men, like just that statistic. We know that men are raped also. There is that point, but most people who are raped are actually women. So we have a larger group of women getting raped, getting sexually assaulted, getting cyberbullied, and then now we are raising this awareness so that people may know that we are there for them. We will fight for them. We will show up for them. Yeah.
What about you, Anne? What are the forms of GBV? Like Anne has mentioned that there are emotion GBV, like not all GBV cases are all about rape cases or assault cases or physical harm. Some are even emotional. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I do.
Some are emotional.
Yeah, definitely.
What are the examples of this emotional
let's
violences?
Let's say when we are arguing, just a normal argument, and I decide to body shame you. I'm like, look at your big head, some sort of
Okay.
like that's violence.
That's violence.
Yeah, and it's an emotional one. Yes, I've described you with your physical appearance, but at the end of the day, it matters how you take it. You take it emotionally. You're like, this person sees me in this way.
Yeah, and when we're talking about the intensity of the assault or the insult, maybe how can we measure that this insult or this assault is imetosha kuitwa gender based violence? Like umesema you're big headed.
If it's something hauwezi change, like umezaliwa na kichwa kubwa, like literally
Okay.
there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like let's say in your family,
Mhm.
how can I say it? Let's say in your family people are plump, kila mtu ni
Yeah,
plump,
genetics.
unaelewa.
Mm.
It's si kitu yenyewe unaweza change about it. It's the genetics of where you come from. Though some people wanafanya the kama maybe ana ass, BBL nini, but kuna zingine you can't change. Maybe if, but kuna some huwezi change.
Yeah, kuna some huwezi change. And now yani someone yes, tuseme this person akona big head, yeah, then maybe wako in a joke, maybe then someone tells him, hey, unajuanga uko na kichwa kubwa. Is that gender based violence?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Like you have no right kuingililia someone else's physical appearance, even if it's a joke. Maybe kama you guys mezoeanga kusema hivyo, but haifai kuwa consequently. Maybe like once in a while you'll be like, unaona kichwa kubwa, and they laugh, you know, but haifai kuwa ile yenye unaisema kila time
ukimremind.
Juu ni kitu wanajua already, so you don't have to remind them.
Okay, yeah, now nimelearn that there are so many forms of gender-based violence. Like there's physical, like slapping,
Yeah,
and beating. Then there's emotional, like insults. Then the like Anna alisema before, they are cultural. Like so, this cultural. I believe we're talking about gender, right? So cultural will include something like FGM, female genital mutilation. Yeah, it is a form of gender-based violence, right? Okay, then we gani ndo tunabakisha. Is there any social one?
I think social will actually entail, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel kuna social.
Social.
Let's say kama I've come in a place, maybe it's an interview. That person ataku specify on the gender, right? Then you get ikazi, most of them tuseme kama ni mjengo. Like we all know mjengo ni men ndo wanaendanga mjengo. Then mimi kama msichana nimeenda since I need the job. Then nikifika hapo they are like, wewe hapana, like why are you violating me? Nimekuja tu, I just need work. Now that's social. Juu it's how vile wame relate na mimi. Yeah.
But would I call it financial since you're in the hunt for money? Because I'm looking for the money. I'm there.
Yeah. So ikiwa kama ni financial, let's say wamekupea kazi, si ndio? But when it comes to the pay, they decide to pay, maybe at most times mjengo sai, I think they are paid 700 per day, right?
Yeah.
So let's say the men, unapata the men analipwa 700. Then you're told since you're a lady you're given 500. So social the place yenye wanakuambia you're not fit for the work since you're a lady. Then financial is where you're paid less than what you're expected to be paid.
Yeah, and Angel, nimependea example yako sana because imetupea roughly three forms of gender-based violence. There's economical, do. There is gender, like you're a lady, he's a man. Then there is the social one, right? Now it brings us to the bigger one, the bigger factor, which sasa inaleta hii conflict yote yenye tumekuwa tukiona concerning the gender-based violence and the purple movement. Gender. You see, the gender factor of the gender-based violence part ndo imekuwa a lot of controversies, both online, socially, everywhere. Because you find we have two genders, right? The male gender and the female gender. Now kumekuwa na conflict between these two genders, not in a bad way, but in the gender-based violence manner. Because you'll find that one gender is imewekwa juu ya ingine. Like there's this gender that is being seemed to be more powerful than the other gender, right? I don't know what gender is that. Maybe you ladies tell me. Which gender, ini gender gani unafikiria imewekwa juu ya ingine? Which ina lead to nini hii controversy between gender-based violence cases. Are you ladies nyinyi ndio mmekuwa juu yetu sisi men, ama ni sisi men ndio tumekuwa juu yetu?
No, I don't think that's the case. We wouldn't say ati kuna specific gender imeonelewa or something. You know, it all goes back to the past. Si ati kuna mtu anaonelea mtu. You know, the problem is you like right now it's happening because this kid was violated. The kid was female. So who are we fighting for right now? The kid who is female.
Okay.
But then look at it in this concept. Right now men are saying that, oh, tunaonelewa, hatuongelelewi, hatufanyi nini. But you guys fikiria of kitambo, when we were supposed to be submissive of you guys, we were supposed to do whatever the guy says will happen. Do you actually guys think about the instances when a guy does something, now it's valid, but when a lady says something, it's not? Do you think about when back then a lady's voice wasn't heard in the house? You clearly have a nice idea, but the guy is like, no, mimi yangu ndo itasikika kwanza. Do you guys think about those days when hata tukifanya NEC exams? Do you know that there's a point when the guys' points zao za kuingia university were higher than the ladies? And then you find out that a larger percentage of ladies wame kick out the guys. You know what? We're here saying that we need to have that power balance. Sai hatuna, tuko na power imbalance. Our president is male.
Okay.
You know, and people always say hatutaki a female president. Why? Because I feel like right now we have the best engineers are female. The best, you know, when we started actually creating a power balance, we found out that women have the same capabilities as men. So I feel like sikuonelewa. It's what's going on right now. What we are doing right now is fighting for the females who are violated, fighting for the kid who was basically raped by some guy. We are not fighting you people, and that's why you guys had a month for awareness. And we were there for you guys. We were like texting men and telling them, hey, happy.
What are you doing for the man?
Yeah, I know.
Make your mental
we were there
health
for you.
better.
But then you guys, you would have taken that month and made a good thing out of it. Make the awareness much more bigger, much more worldwide, like what we've done right now. Do you know, this is now what brings us to the case that when women stand with an issue, we clearly want to make it bigger, you know. So now we are right here fighting for this kid. It's like, imagine it was your sister, imagine it was your parent, imagine, you know, it was your cousin or your relative or something. This is a really painful thing for us. So men shouldn't make it about them. We are fighting for the kid, we're not fighting for something else. So si ati tunawaonelea ama you guys mmekanyagiliwa in a way. What we're trying to say is, you guys had your time, we were all there for you. So now because we are actually fighting for this, you should also be there for us.
Right. I've gotten your point clearly, and actually umeitetea vizuri sana hadi nimeshindwa kuipiga. Sikutetea, ni fact. But when we look back in the African traditional societies, where you say that female were really walikuwa wamefinyiliwa sana, right? But don't you think that it helped?
In what way?
Not really, because comparing the past life and today's life, I think the past life is usually the best. Like, it was not like ikokuwa kitu ya ubaguzi. You know, it was like each gender had his or her responsibility. Like, the women were the ones who were nurturers. Like, they were the ones who mostly walikuwa wanakaa na watoto. They were staying with the kids, and they were fetching water, small tasks like fetching water, not because the men were looking down upon them or something like that. It was because the responsibilities of men did not allow them, did not give them the time and the chance to do these small things. Like, take a look, like kuchunga ng'ombe. You see, for the cow to hiyo ng'ombe ikule nyasi hadi itosheke, it will be more than 8 hours. So how will you go there to the fields with the cows, stay for 8 hours, and then come back and go and fetch water?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's like a comment or something.
It's okay.
Okay. So you're saying ati kitambo, I know women are homemakers.
Yeah.
We know that. But does that mean that right now we have working women, they don't make their homes?
They do.
Why do you think we have this group of women that are starting yenye wameanza kujiita independent women? And we are seeing the consequences, that the dangers that are coming with these independent ladies, because these ladies wanaanza kulua wenzao that we can survive without men. Is it true that women can survive without men?
Listen. Your mentality, like that perspective, ilikuja to a point that nowadays men feel like ladies can't survive without them. Unaelewa?
Okay.
Like ile yenyewe the guy unaweza kuwa in a relationship with a guy, the guy does all shit na wewe, like he disrespects you, anakumanipulate nini, thinking that you can't live. So you know, place in your ladies, they decided that let's be independent, you know. If a guy wants to be with me, they'd try as much as they can to reach my value. Unaelewa?
Yeah.
Jo, tukishinda tumeji degrade, like tuko under men's feet and nini, we are always what my boyfriend say or what my husband says what I will do. Then definitely there's no way sisi as ladies we are going to grow. Like atuta grow. Utapata like what you've done with your life ni you got someone ukaza ukakuwa like umeishi kwa nyumba, the guy akitaka kuenda ataenda. Mind you, maisha ya dem iko stagnant. What you do is wake up, fanya house chores, lala, lisha watoto, hiyo tu.
Repeat.
Like unarudia the same thing every single day. There's nothing you can do, like hakuna kitu unaweza fanya.
Okay.
The guy anaenda kazi anarudi, yeye anaweza jitengenezea maisha yake anytime any day. Sisi ladies tunabaki, unapata yes the guy anajitengenezea maisha, si anaweza decide kuenda. But for sisi ladies, then akienda what do we do? Like tunafanya nini with our own lives? Yet tulikuwa tunawategemea.
I feel like both genders are important.
Yeah, very true.
We need each other. As much as we're telling ourselves like they're independent women and yeah, we want to be independent. We didn't say we want to be independent, but we don't need men. You know, that is what you guys don't get. These independent women are married. See, they're married. They have their husbands. You know, listen, they have their husbands.
Okay.
Ata kama ajapata soulmate, kuna that person who's there for them. You know.
Okay.
Do you know what you guys don't get? The problem with men, they want a homemaker and they don't want to nurture their wives. Nurture your wife. You can't get a homemaker ati sasa wewe unataka, mimi nataka bibi and huyu bibi yangu nataka akaange kwa nyumba. Everyone has a passion for something. Kila mtu ako na like position yake kwa maisha. You know, so if I'm married to you, regardless of how much I give back to this kid, huyo mtoto ni mimi nimezaa. 9 months ni mimi nilikuwa, I'm still making the kid in my belly, you know. So inamaanisha when I give birth to this kid, tunafaa kugawa responsibilities. Right. So both of us take care of the kid and they still nurture me as your woman. If I had a job, nachukua maternity leave and then I go back to work, we'll find somebody to take care of our kid time. Sisi wote tuko kazi. You know? So I think the problem is you guys are mistaking independence with, I don't know.
Us not needing men.
We need men. We need each other.
Okay, and you ladies, when we are talking about independence, you know, independence is a wide thing. It's a wide field, right?
Yeah.
So when we're talking about independence, what type of independence you as ladies want, especially when you're in a relationship or in marriage? Like, do you want the financial independence, or do you want the what independence? The freedom.
We want everything. Me, I need my emotional independence.
Okay.
And even if you want me to take care of your kid, I need my emotions straight. 2, I need financial independence. As much as I'd be having my own job, I need you to provide for me. I'm your responsibility. As much as you're seeing me, you can't always niacha nikae kwa nyumba, and all this time like ati you're saying my hair is not done, and unasema huyu ako na pesa yake atazitengeneza. Like, what do you even mean? Like, I want you to make my nails, I want you to make my hair, like I want my mani-pedi done, you know. And then I want physical independence. You don't need to rule me on what I want to wear or not. I'll wear respectably. I know when I'm not, like, you know, you don't need to, okay, unajua nini men, you want to like mnataka ku, I don't know, overrule someone. You want me to control. You know, overprotection is different. Nyinyi mnataka unataka ku control a lady like as a whole.
Okay.
Vile anaongea ni vile wewe unataka, vile anavaa ni manguo wewe umesema, nywele yake unataka hata ati you shave, ati nyoa nywele because you look nice in that way. Like, really?
But I believe we men are protective creatures. When you hear your man telling you don't do this, trust me, ameshaona danger. Men are people who are so secretive. You know, when they are just men, they tend to talk their hearts out. Yani wanaongea roho zao zote. And then that's where you'll find maybe your man is there, maybe you're someone's wife, and your husband is with his friends chilling. Maybe they are all men, and you start hearing his friends telling him, hey, venye Kevo anaangalia bibi yako na ni kwa sababu,
Pendezi.
atauliza ni kwa nini, utasikia hey, lakini hata bibi yako kuna wakati anakosea. Wakati Kevo ako pale, yeye anapita tu kama amevaa nini. There hapo na disagree. And about hair, maybe you see again, men are secretive.
Yeah.
Maybe umeweka, I'm sorry to say this, because maybe there are some ladies who like these wigs, and there are those who like, maybe I don't know about hair much and beauty, but kuna wenye wanapenda kuweka hizi nywele mingi, you see.
Yeah.
And maybe the husband will realize that this hair ina cost do mingi sana kulingana na budget yenu, you see. And like you said, he's the one who is supposed to cater for your hair, right? So maybe according to budget zake, hiyo kinyo unataka hawezi afford, but ana feel vibaya kukuambia that I can't afford directly. So what will he do? He'll tell you go for this style because hataki kukudiscourage. So atakwambia maybe nyoa, because hiyo kunyoa ndio ana afford, but hatakwambia direct. But that is when ladies tend to misunderstand us, we as men, and start saying, oh, baba nani wewe unakuwa unataka kunicontrol sana hadi nywele.
Now, the problem is men are not expressive.
Yeah,
I think when you're saying that you guys are not expressive, not that you silence, you can express yourself, but you choose not to. You have an option of telling me, babe, I feel like wewe kweka wigs are so expensive. Why not? Let's try you doing braids, because braids are cheaper. You know, being expressive helps a lot of things. You know, that is when we actually go back to GBV. You know, the problem was you guys are not expressive. If you're raped as a guy, why not tell people like this is what happened? Express yourself.
Okay.
Because who told you when you don't say that this happened to you, we will not support you?
You say expression, right?
Yeah.
And you see, we're talking about two different genders, and we're talking about violence, right? And you've touched a sensitive part, that is rape, right? And we're talking about a man being raped. And what's enough, let's look at a scenario where a man has been raped by another man, right? The problem is not even opening up. The problem is how the people I'm opening up to will look at me. How will they respond to me opening up? You see, a man going to the social media and opening up that, hey, hello guys, I'm Ray, and today I'm so sad that my wife amenipiga. My wife amenipiga. Comment section under TikTok, find a video of a man crying that his wife amempiga. Comment section utapenda.
Okay, listen. Enda kwa comment section. Kuna this certain lady alikuja online akasema I was raped and I decided to abort the kid.
Okay.
The lady, mind you, the lady. On the comment section they were like, uli abort, you know? Like, why did you abort? Mbona ulijeka kwa situation of kuwa raped? Mbona uli decide ku abort mtoto? That's sinning, you know? Like, even if it was not happening in both genders.
Yeah.
But if you decide to listen to the audience, then hapo ndo place unaumia.
Okay. But we tunaangalia pia vile society may build men. Like, we men hatufai kuonyesha any form of weakness. Hatufai kuonyesha any signs of suffering. Yes, we're suffering, but we should not expose our suffering. And it's not, yani wanaume tunafinywa in somehow.
Let's go back to ile story ya having a relationship, the hair nini controlling.
Yeah.
That's the reason as to why Eve was made for Adam. God realized that Adam was lonely. Adam had no one to talk to. Adam had no one to express his feelings to, no one to love. He was just alone. That's why Eve was created from Adam. So if you're in a relationship and you know this is your soulmate, like you just feel it. You just feel if someone is meant for you. So if you feel like that someone is meant for you, then definitely you'd have the need to express yourself. You'd be like, the way Anna Mesama, the wigs are expensive, please do the braids. As time goes, when life gets better, we'd go to the braids. Ama you're like, the braids are expensive, maybe we try shaving your hair. Like, ndio maana kuna that communication. They say in everything you do, if there is no communication, there is no hakuna progress.
True.
So if both genders want know how to communicate to each other, then definitely there's no change that will happen.
Yeah.
very
And
true.
also
Mhm.
masculinity, guys. Masculinity.
Mhm.
So I think men are they're supposed to lead. You know, they're supposed to have that masculine energy, and that's why I think a relationship with I don't say relationship with the same gender is bad, but most thriving relationships occur when there are two different genders, because we need the masculine energy. And then ukisema hiyo, you've gone to, why would you go to social media and start telling people you were raped? Kuna so many NGOs and organizations that are supporting this that can actually help you. Well, ladies, let me tell you, the lady who said alikuwa raped akadecide kuwa abort, first she sought help, and then akaona like maybe this is something I can use to empower other people.
Others, yeah.
Alikuwa hapo kuempower people. When you get raped, when you get sexually assaulted, kuna these NGOs, kuna these, these awareness organizations that were actually created for that. You first need to seek help. You can't get raped or sexually assaulted. Say unajua kuna trauma.
Yeah.
You're traumatized, emotionally you're not okay. You need help. You need to go to, that's why unapelekwa kwa therapist or something. You need people to talk to. First, you need to be treated, because when that happens to you, okay, as much as you'll come and tell yourself you're okay, physically you're not, emotionally you're not. So hisi kitu yenye unaenda social media kuambia watu this happened to me. That these people who are outside, they are telling people what happened to them when they were violated, when they faced all these. They're there to create awareness. They're there. So unaona mimi nikipata mtu kama huyo anasema she was raped, got pregnant and then akatoa. So unajua mimi mwenyewe naona like when this happens to me, what should I do? And when you're actually raped or sexually assaulted, the first thing is you need to actually go to the hospital, because unaona huyo yake maybe hakuwa anajua that anafaa kwenda hospital so that they can actually give you the medications to actually prevent the pregnancies or any STIs and everything. So when you actually go to the hospital, you get to prevent this. Now from her story, we know that this and this should happen. Yeah, so si ati ukienda hapo social media kila mtu atatusiwa.
Yeah,
Comment
definitely.
section, hata ukuwa uko hapo you like acting all right for everyone, there's always somebody who will be like huyu anabo.
Yeah, hata kama ni mtoto they'd be like mzazi alikuwa wapi?
Yeah, they'll always
Mbona
judge.
alifanya hii? Like kila mtu anakuwa judged.
Okay, and coming back to the purple movement, see, it all began from social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it was a right idea? Tukirudi kwa hii advice yenye umetupea, like it is not advisable. By the way, hii opening up on social media, is it for men alone to not open up in the social media?
No, and online, you'll find so many men right now. So many men are actually, how is it called? Kuna housewives, house husbands, stay-at-home dads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wako.
Kuna stay-at-home dads. So many stay-at-home dads. But you know what they say? My wife is earning over 6 figures. I wasn't earning that much, but then I decided, let me take care of the kids. My wife, mwenye akona a stable income, I end a job. Una get? The problem isn't you going to social media and sharing your experience. It's nice because we are learning from them. The problem is, ata GBV kianza, we wouldn't have known about this kid if hawangesema. But you know what they did first? The mother aliendea mtoto wake, the mother seeked help, the kid akazikwa, and all that happened. But then the mother thought, hii si kitu nafaa kunyamazia, because if the mother angenyamaza, then kumaanisha the principal or the head teacher would have gone scot-free. But then they didn't want that, because the principal was still walking around, hovering around, hakuna kitu anafanyiwa. But then watu wakadecide, if amefanyia hivyo mtoto wa huyo mama, what of the other kids there? Kumaanisha maybe he already did that na hakuna msia, hao watoto hawakusema. They were so afraid because ni mwalimu wao, maybe alimthreaten or something. But then you know what? Now that it's out there, now that everyone knows about that, now that wazazi wanaweza ongelesha their kids wawaambie, if kitu kama hii imekufanyikia, just tell me. Now that it's out there, and even the kids are saying, most kids say wako social media. Now they know, if this happens to me, this is how I'll sort it out. I'll tell my mom so that I can get help. Kwenda social media ain't bad.
Nice.
All this is just creating awareness.
Yeah, all you can say kwenda social media, mi naweza sema ni you're creating awareness. If you speak out, proper justice will be taken. Unaelewa?
True.
Like naweza enda at some place nikuwe raped and ninyamaze, huyo mtu ata feel like no justice has been taken, I can do it to someone else. Like unaweza pata Nadia amefanya to 5 people, maybe next day afanye the same thing. Unakumbuka history ya Maimahiu? Kuna the kids walikuwa wanakuja wana violatiwa sexually, then they are paid 50 shillings. Ulisikia? Yeah. This is something the kids hawangesema until kuna mtu alikuja akaisema. So waka make an awareness to a point that now justice is being taken. These kids wanachukuliwa, waangaliwe if they are okay medically and nini. Me feel like opening up is a form of justice to be taken. This happened to someone else the same way it happened.
Yeah. And the GBV, we realized it's a cultural issues, and we are talking about opening up, right? And there's this culture, the Maasai culture. Let me use the Maasai culture as an example. And we're talking about cultural gender-based violence. And here we're talking about female genital mutilation. In these circumstances, you'll find that the people who are supposed to help you, the people who you're supposed to open up and run to, like you have your parents, right? So when something bad happens to you, the first people you tend to run to are your parents, right? But imagine in this scenario where sasa your parents are the ones who ni kama uko kwa frying pan,
wanakuentice,
ukitoka uruke nje wanakurudisha kwa mafuta. So hapo kuna option gani? Na mmesha exclude social media and the society plus the society wako, and in some communities there in Maasai, even the chiefs, the police and nyumba kumi wote wako involved in the FGM. So the only option here ni social media, and now tume exclude because tumesema itakuwa ya awareness peke yake. Like after ameshafanya hivi, ameshasaidika ndio aende. So atarun kwa nani?
So at that point definitely like mera sijui nisemaje, tulisema blossoms,
kuna organizations
Blossoms of the Savannah.
Unasema like kwa kitambo unajua sai people have phones, they can make their awareness, you can run upate an organization. Kitambo the organizations hazikuwa that much. Yes, zilikuwa maybe unaweza pata iko but hakuna mtu anajua of it. Unaelewa? So at that specific point, to be honest, tunaweza
no
like
you know, you've read Blossoms of the Savannah, sindio?
Yeah.
Hiyo kitu ilikuwa ya kitambo. Blossoms is very historic. Hata ukisoma the whole story, you'd actually find that hiyo there were no phones, there were nothing. Hiyo iliandikwa from kitu ya kitambo. And do you know what? There was that single woman mwenye alikuwa amekataa their cake culture. She was the organization. An organization shouldn't be like a whole group of people. Just one person can change you, can change your whole life. That's what I'm telling you about. There are organizations. Acha nikwambia, that lady decided ni Russian ndo alitoroka. Tayo alikuwa na agreement to that. But then Russian was like, no, mimi I'll run away. That lady alikimbia till the end. But then I don't think it's some sort of symbolism. Fight till the end. It wasn't about her running. To be honest, we take these things as jokes because hazijawahi tufanyikia. We don't take them that seriously. But do you know how if you're raped or sexually assaulted, ama umefanyiwa FGM, how that affects you? Mimi I've seen a lady mwenye a guy alikataa kumdate just because alifanyiwa FGM. Because you know, you'd notice, you'd know, it's physical. Yeah, you'd know. A guy alikataa kumdate juu alimwambia ati hapana, me I wouldn't stay with someone mwenye that part imetolewa. It hurts. And that's why nakwambia, there are organizations. An organization doesn't need to be like 100 people or something. There's that one person who can change your whole life.
Okay.
So that's why nakwambia, seek help first before you seek awareness. Joe, ukienda hata social media, me I'm telling you, useme hiyo kitu na wewe mwenyewe haujaheal from it. So hapo ndio suicide inaanzanga. You're there, you haven't healed from it. Everyone is telling you, oh, kila mtu anakujudge, kila mtu anakutusi here and there. So ni kama umetoka kufanyiwa GBV ingine, umerudi ukaongezewa ingine.
And unajua, talking about GBV and talking about running, I've realized that women and girls are the victims, right? And for a story to be complete, there must be a victim, there must be a bridge, and there must be a hero. So talking about gender-based violence, already we have our victims, who are mostly the women and the girls, right? And we have our bridges, like the NGOs, the organizations, and some other individuals, right? So who is the hero?
The hero, I feel like the hero is
Mhm.
the maybe sumasema the girl, sindio?
Yeah.
The girl who was assaulted. After being assaulted, akaenda find help, tried to heal from all the traumas, the depression and nini, and akakuja akamake awareness to people that this is what happened. It happened at this specific place. Don't find yourself at this specific place ama situation na ukae, you have to leave. Mostly unapatanga maybe na happening in relationships. Unaambiwa if a guy amekuthreaten atakuslap ama amekwambia unajua nitakupiga, you have to leave. Like a hero is someone mwenye amepitia and anakuja kuambia watu this is what happened and usijipate kwa hii place.
Okay, just like Christian was the hero.
We are the victims and we are the heroes.
Okay, okay, I understand you. And when we're talking about GBV and we're talking about women, I've realized that rape and sexual assault and some part of FGM ndio the core of the female, yani ndio inafanya female wanakuwa victims. So assuming we exclude the rape and the sexual assault, which other form of GBV ni mbaya sana? Yani tutasema this is so bad that mwenye kufanya hadi anafaa akwe condemned to death penalty.
You see, you've heard of hakuna dhambi ndogo.
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
So acha nikwambie, it still hits the same way. How make a difference?
Really?
Joe, okay, unaweza kuwa in a relationship and you're dating someone and that person is toxic. You know, toxic in what way? Naweza kukosea rei. Mimi nimekukosea. But I'm manipulating you to thinking that wewe ndo umenikosea. So you're the one apologizing. And then now it happens severally. Like nikitu ina happen consequently. Like leo nitakosa and then let's say you did something random like ulivunja kikombe.
Okay.
So wewe Ray ulivunja kikombe. Ndio mimi nilivunja kikombe, wewe kuivunja. But then I come and tell you ati you know what Ray, kama hiyo kikombe ungeinunua at the first place singeivunja.
Ama ungeiweka hapo.
Kama ungeiweka hapo singeivunja. You know, and then you're there like, okay, I'm sorry for buying a glass cup. I would have bought a plastic one, at least ingevunjika. Una get? And then you're there apologizing for kitu hujafanya. So unaona hii ni kitu yenyewe ita progress. Leo uta feel the pain. Tomorrow you'll be thinking, mbona alinifanyia hivyo? Kesho kutwa you'll be like that. And then at the end of the day, it may build up this huge trauma. Now you're afraid of even touching anything because you feel like you'll break it and wewe utakuwa mwenye shida. It goes back to we have kids, like some people who have kids. Uko na mtoto wako and then your kid amegongwa na some other kid outside there. So ya kigongwa, what's your response? Like what will you do as a person? Will you utaenda uanze kukosa chaos hapo nje? Will you talk to your kid? Ama will you decide wewe wacha agongwe? Ama wewe uanze kumadvise ukigongwa wewe pia gongana?
Ama unasema acha agonga atakuwa
ama acha agongwe akuwe strong.
But most parents wenye upenda kuchagua ni hiyo, ukigongwa pia uko na mkono, akikuchapa pia uchape. Yeah. So
it's all about how you react to things, and how you teach your kids. When you talk about GBV, yes, there is the violence, kuni gender-based violence. But then it's not all about violence. A lot of things happen to us. We just tend to say, ninyamaze. Nimeenda nikatafuta job. Nimeenda like in a job organization and then boss ananiambia ama HR ananiambia, okay, if you sleep with me, then I'll give you the job. Mimi nani may I decide to do that? And then he gives me the job. But then after giving me the job, ananipea a job that I didn't actually apply for. And then he tells me, if you want that position, then you have to consequently sleep with me. And then me, I'm like, okay, it's fine. I really need the job. And then from that, it happens severally. Or maybe you go at your workplace and they keep on accusing you of things you haven't done just because they feel like wewe ndio mgeni. So when you take the blow, it's much lighter. It's not. So like every single time you go through these blows, ni kitu ina happen every time. Unaweza toka hapo nje, you're like outside there, you are just minding your own business, uko kwa batu umekaa, you're chilling. Donda anakuja na kuitisha pesa and you're like, unaenda kwa M-Pesa unalipa, you try kumwonyesha message anakurukia. hizo fonts ni ndogo ndogo sana, ebu weka kubwa. And then you're trying to kuiweka kubwa, anasema no, hiyo sioni. And then you're trying to explain, kama hauoni kwa simu yangu na fonts ni hivyo, hapo ndio kwenye inafika, why not look at your phone? Sina simu, kwani unataka you know, right. Like these people can actually attack you.
Yeah.
And here in GBV, anytime you're attacked, it doesn't mean that lazima ugongwe. Hata like be it mtu amekuongelesha tu in a bad way or nini, the blow hits the same way. Hakuna dhambi ndogo. Uwe mtu, uibe kitu, you know, they're still the same. It will still cause you trauma. At the end of the day, you'll be afraid of doing things that normal people do just because you're feeling like, apana, I can't do this. Because that happened to you. You were sexually assaulted. Sai, you're afraid of even having sex with your partner because of that. You think atakuumiza the same way uliumizwa at that time. You were raped. Tuseme normally, rape doesn't happen just because you wore a short skirt. Unaweza kuwa umevaa trouser, umeweka belt, na after belt umevaa skirt juu, but still, a rapist is a rapist.
Kweli.
Si ati utakuwa umevaa dera ainue. So hata kama utakuwa umevaa like a trouser and nini, ata take time, atoe the trouser, atoe the nini, still, he'll still do the same thing. So, you know, people are so stereotypical to the extent of, umesema you raped, mtu anakuambia ati, ulivaa nini ndio akakufanyia hivyo. Juu hata, I'd be with you, with my uncle, with my dad, with anyone. So many people are raped by their dads. Na ni mbona, huyu ni mtoto wako. Why are you feeling sexual with your relative? It doesn't make sense. But let me tell you, there's no reason for you to actually judge yourself because you will face this violence. There is no reason. It happens hata kama you're being extra careful, aje. You're being careful, unajaribu ku maximize the font on your phone, donda na kuongelesha vibaya, and then, you know, it always happens, like everywhere.
And when we're talking about gender-based violence and the sexual abuse, I believe we early agreed that women and girls are the victims, yeah, because of the mostly sexual part of the gender-based violence, right? So when we exclude, and here we are looking at men as the villains, right? The enemies, the assaulters, right? So when we exclude the rape and the sexual assault, are there other forms where men assault women, gender-based violence, where men exercise gender-based violence on women? When we exclude the rape case, and when we exclude the sexual assaults, and when we exclude the common one, beating, alini slap ni gender-based violence, ni civilian, right? So kitu hizo tatu kuna because I'm trying to look at it, that it's being said mpaka sahi that women are using GBV and the purple movement as a weapon against men, and their strong point is making men look like the sexual assaulters, men looking like the beaters, the gladiators, wanawapiga. So tukitoa hizi, I want to hear from you ladies. Nataka kusikia kuna ingine tena yenye mtasema men, this is enough.
Okay, mimi na feel tuache kusema gender based violence ikiwa regarded to women, that ni men wanaileta.
But even ndio kwa this like, social media.
No, like zenye tunajua saa ni men walifanya, unaelewa? Like specific men, unaelewa? Like awezi pata mimi na maybe Anne, we have a quarrel and I decide to hit her. I can't just decide to hit her hivyo tu, unaelewa? Like if men can have that, wako na ile limit, they're
self-control.
Like, yeah, wako na ile like ladies, they have their self-control. We can be arguing and she's like, let me just walk out.
Really?
Kuna specific men wenye kuna specific men wenye mki-argue, they'll walk out. They'll be like, let me go, nikae kiasi, then I'll come back, unaelewa? But kuna specific men and they'll be like, because I listened to some girl alikuwa anasema ukitaka kunyamazisha msichana mpige kofi. I'm like, oh wow, nampiga kofi. Like kuna men wenye wameka mentality yao hivyo. So inafanya the bigger picture of men inakuwa that wanakuwa wana violate the women, unaelewa? Like the bigger picture ndio inaleta history yote. You can find they're just specific men, they're like, I can't hit a lady, akinikosea I just have to listen. Ladies are like big kids, they have to be listened to. Kuna men wako hivyo. But most of them wako na ile mentality ya kitambo. that a lady has to listen to me, a lady has to do what I want, they have to be submissive. Kama hafanyi nitampiga, lazima afanye kitu nataka afanye.
But you see, you ladies, like I said before, you're emotional beings. Nyinyi ni mko emotional sana. And when we're looking at GBV, we have also realized that there's also a GBV, emotional GBV, right? So in as much as we're looking at men as the physical GBV, the GBVs, wao ndio wana propel the physical GBVs. Let us now look at this angle where you female, you ladies, mna propel the emotional GBVs. Like mko na huyu the husband, right? Amedecide kunyamaza. Umemwambia nimepika chakula, enda ujieke. Ametulia. You know, you ladies, you're very intelligent. Taanza tu kuenda na tempo. Mtoto atapita usikie ona kichwa yako vile kubwa kama ya babako. And you mtaanza kutrigger mpaka ile point yenye imefika umepush mwanaume. Amefika ameinua mkono like mostly tunaona kwa sinema, ameenda kuchapa ameshikilia mkono kwa hewa, right? Sasa wewe ukiona mkono imeshikiliwa kwa hewa, unaona kumbe haizi kuchapa. Then you start, nipige, niwe ani kitu inaumanga sana. Like a man umekuwa pushed to an extent that now sasa the lady starts even saying words like niwe kama ni mwanaume kama wewe ni mwanaume, like kunakuanga na maneno kubwa kubwa hapo that I can say if you're a real man with you, hit me, just hit me, tuone mali tutaenda. Alafu then kuna this scenario where we were talking about financial independence, and you'll find this situation where a lady is the one providing, right? And the man maybe is financially unstable. Huyu mwanaume akikosa tu kidogo, wewe unasema nini? Mimi ndo nakulisha hii nyumba, wewe unajua venye tunakula hapa, wewe unajua venye tunafanya hapa. You see, not knowing that hiyo ni GBV, but akishapa yuko hivyo hapo yuko the man, obviously we are human beings, get irritated and maybe ataamka hapo, maybe ataona hiyo video yenye ulikuwa unasema TikTok, mwanaume ukitaka kumnyamazisha weka yeye slap moja.
Yeah, and I decide kufanya hivi.
Itakuwa fault ya nani? Bado men atakuwa victim. Tunaangalia situation yenye lady amepropel, like unapata it's dinner time, right? Maybe mko na house help, house manager, maybe ni amepika, then you're eating and she starts popping up on you like, ona venye ana meza hiyo chakula, nikaa najua mahali pesa imetoka. Utafeel aje? Enyewe unajua uja provide chakula, like she's suffering, right? Hata wewe unaelewa ana suffer, lakini sio unataka asafe, sio unataka ateseke. Ni situation, uchumi ni mbaya sahi, right? Uchumi ni mbaya and unakula tu polepole, unakula maybe kuna remote unaona news, kumbe anakuangalia tu polepole. Unadhani ni mapenzi, unadhani anakuangalia juu mapenzi, yeye anaanza then umpige, maybe urushi hiyo sahani mpige hii GBV, because that is a form of GBV, right? Nani atakuwa ametrigger? Bado male atakuwa enemy.
Definitely ni the lady.
But why does the society iangaliangi hivyo? Look at this scenario yenye imehappen ya Sonko. Imetrend, by the way, hata sasa ina trend that Sonko son-in-law amepiga mtoto wake sababu ya nini? Breakfast. Hakuna mtu mwenye anaangalia hiki kitu deeply aulize kwa nini alimpiga juu ya breakfast. Wameishi miaka ngapi?
Okay, vile Sonko alifika, what was the first question? Kwa nini ulipiga mtoto wangu, right? So the guy angesema aliitisha breakfast, akaanza like angeisema. Like aliulizwa severally, kwa nini ulipiga mtoto wangu, and haongei.
Hakuwa anaongea.
I feel like come to think of it. Ebu ask yourself, why akiulizwa kwa nini ulipiga mtoto wangu hakuwa anajibu? But time ya kusema gari yake imeharibika, nao anaweza sema imeharibika.
Unajua, ukiangalia video, una realize that Sonko ndiye ana provide hiyo family. Wewe mali unafanya kazi, mdosi hata kutusi, akuja kwambie hii nywele umeshuka inakaa vibaya, sitaki usipite pite mbele yangu. Unaweza jibu wewe mdosi? Unaweza mjibu? Ati wewe unaniambia hivyo kama nani? Hii ni nywele yangu si yako. Unaweza mjibu? Huwezi mjibu, mbona? Because hapo ndio financial source yako iko. Hakuna mtu mwenye wewe upenda kusema, maybe mapolisi hao wenyewe ongea roughly, upenda kusema hakuna mtu anaweza penda kujolea sahani yake, unaona? Hakuna mtu anaweza penda kujolea sahani yake. So in this scenario, the son-in-law Sonko ndio the source of income. Like akimess tu kidogo, like anajaribu kumconfront, hivyo ndio source of income imekuwa cut off and watateseka, cause tukiangalia video, tukiangalia gari alikuwa anasema it was arranged, ndio? Meaning the lifestyle iko juu. Na kama hawezi afford, akimess tu kidogo hivi haribu, support imeisha. Atakuwa drained. So maybe ndio reason alikuwa ananyamaza.
But there is a nice way of telling somebody makosa yako. Okay. Angeuliza vile Sonko alikuwa anamuuliza mbona umegonga mtoto wangu. The nice way ni angesema tu alinitisha pesa ya breakfast and I didn't have the money. And so sikuwa na alternative in a nice way. It didn't mean that akisema hivyo inge escalate. But so unaona like hiyo yenye ye hakuwa naongea asemi anything, the bodyguard akakasirika because you know
Anasikia the pain.
anasikia the pain. And then waziniambia you can't actually say the reason to why you did something, but then when you need something, you need your Range Rover fixed, now you can say it.
Like any kitu yenye ilikuwa inaonekana to a point that I think domo yake ilikuwa imefura or something. Like inaonekana like actually yeah. So like definitely lazima angesema to something about it. Alikuwa amenyamaza the whole time.
Kumaanisha ukweli alikuwa anajua kitu alifanya ni mbaya.
Okay. But pia don't you think that the boy alipigwa screenshot like alislapiwa na the bodyguard. So mbona unadhania the lady alimtetea? Meaning imagine kama umekosea mtu ama umekelea mtu makosa, then uone anapanishiwa vibaya juu yako. So utafeel vibaya.
No, I'd fight for my man regardless.
Like
no, my man is my man. Amenikosea, yes. And then ebu imagine an instance that this is somebody you really love. Yes, amekuslap. At your time nilikuwa na rage, I called my parents. But then I still love this guy. My feelings for this person hasn't changed just because alinislap. At this moment, yes, bado nampenda. Ukimgonga, I'm feeling the pain. Why are you hurting my mind? You know, the lady alikuwa na act over impulse that you're hurting my mind. I know amenikosea, but we can talk it out.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys kumongelesha.
Yeah, we come and talk it out, not kumpiga. So I'm defending my mind because I feel like we can talk about this issue. I don't want you guys kumpiga, you know.
Yeah, and to wind up, the screenshot that jamaa alipigwa, the slap, from a lady's perspective, do you think it was worth it? Starting with you, Angel.
Okay, so for me, I felt like he deserved it.
It is.
Okay, listen. Unaulizwa, okay, dosi amekuja, dosi anakufanyia kila kitu. Dosi anakuuliza mbona umepiga mtoto wangu hauongei? Mbona umepiga mtoto wangu hauongei? Umenyamaza time yote na mtoto wangu analia, unaelewa? Umenyamaza. The bodyguard definitely ana feel the pain yenye the dad anaifeel juu ako so close to the dosi, unaelewa? So at this point, the bodyguard could slap the guy. He was like, ana feel your pain, and yet the guy anaulizwa sorry na hataki kujibu.
Okay.
Heri hata angesema ni vile sikuwa nayo, na alikuwa ameshinda amepersist, unaelewa hivyo. But the guy amenyamaza the whole time, so kuna vile ina bring some sort of disrespect.
Okay, so it was worth it just because it seemed like disrespect. And the girl defending the man.
The girl defending the man at some point, I feel like I don't know.
Ali overdo.
Ni anajua kitu alikuwa anafanya, but ningekuwa at that situation, I wouldn't have singeongea. Okay,
what about you, Anne? Was the slap worth it?
You know, it's like you have a source of income. Unaenda job, sindio, you know, hapa ni place yangu ya kazi. Will you disrespect place unapata pesa?
No.
You wouldn't, sindio? So if it's a human being, will you disrespect that person? Exactly. You can't. Why is it disrespect source of income? Like that is bullshit. Hapa ndo kwenye unapata pesa. You're riding a Range Rover. You live in a mansion. Hii yote ni just because somebody else is providing for you. Nimekuitisha pesa ya breakfast, sindio? Hakuna pesa. Niambie, sina. Nikipersist, like you just walk out or something. But don't be violent. Okay. The bodyguard slap the guy. To be honest, I think it was just a way of the bodyguard maybe trying to tell the guy physically, speak up. Ongea unaongeleshwa. Huyu ni mtu anakuprovidea everything. You have this lavish lifestyle because somebody else is providing it for you. Try to explain why uligonga huyo mtoto hata kama wewe ndo mwenye makosa. Mwambie mimi nilimgonga juu ya hii na hii. It's understandable. But you refusing to speak He time, but when you needed help, ile time sasa Sonko was going, anamwambia story na gari, now hiyo anaweza sema. But akiulizwa mbona aligonga mtoto, it's something different. How gets ni kama umsee ana manipulate, like this person is manipulating us.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
tell us, ile time huwezi ongea, hii time na uko expressive unaweza sema, it doesn't make sense.
And so when we are winding up, because time is not on our side, actually tungeendelea hadi kesho. And I guess we'll have a part 2 of this because it's so sensitive and we have not covered a large part. But to wind up, maybe briefly mkituambia, do you agree that you ladies are using this GBV and the Purple Forum as a weapon? And is the Purple movement neglecting us men?
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. And you're not using it as a weapon?
Yeah.
What about you, Anne?
I'd say we are actually fighting those people who did wrong. You know,
Okay.
we're not fighting men.
we are fighting for the
We are fighting
wamefanyiwa
for the
hivyo.
people who walifanyiwa hivi. We are
We are
fighting for
standing
the
for
people
them.
who were raped. We are standing for people. You know, we are there for them. We are fighting them. And if the them was a man, now that's not our problem. We are not fighting men as a whole. We are fighting that person who did the action.
And the bigger question is, are you fighting for men also? For male victims? Are you fighting for them?
Ikiwa hapenia, we'll fight for them.
Yeah.
There was this kid who was raped. Wacha sana kuambia. This lady was raped. Sindio? Do you know the person who started this? Alikuwa to just, alikuwa like a TikToker ama social media influencer. Akasema, enough is enough. Let's fight for these people. But then, there was a kid, kijana, who was raped. Do you know men didn't say anything? It was like, oh, hiyo ni natural. Wacha afanyiwe vile anafanywa,
A man being raped.
Like
the men acted as if ikitu si issue.
Okay.
Sisi wasichana kitu kitufanyikia, we are so emotional enough, and ikitu inatuma to an extent that we need to talk about this. You people don't want to talk about it. And let me tell you, if the kid angekuwa kijana, still we would have fought for that person. Na ingekuwa hata ni msichana amemfanyia the assault or another guy amemrape, we would have fought for that person. GBV is all about fighting for our rights.
You're not fighting the other gender.
We are not fighting the other gender.
We are fighting for our rights.
Nyinyi wanaume mnapenda ku-act victims. Hakuna mtu we're not fighting you. It has nothing to do with you. The fact that the person who actually raped this kid was a guy, we are fighting that specific man, not everyone.
Wow, we are fighting the victims, guys. Thank you for joining us for S3XPLAINED, and it keeps getting even much better and hotter. Thank you for joining us. And if you want to be a part of this experience, I'm glad to announce to you that LJ Production, we are having an ongoing masterclass that offers videography, video editing, social media management, and much more for only 30,000 shillings. A course that will give you special set of skills that will enable you to become professionals in the field of film, because LJ Production is more than just media. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. We are glad to host Anne and Angel in today's episode, and we were talking about the Purple movement, and we were asking, is the Purple movement neglecting men? And I'm happy for the views that I've got and the examples that this lady have used. I'll rewatch this episode. Thank you. My name is Rayvon Dab. See you next time. And I believe the next time will be the part 2 of this episode. See you.